United States.
One of the biggest nights of the year for President Trump may be off, possibly shutting down the State of the Union. Speaker Nancy Pelosi urging the president to postpone his annual address or deliver it in writing. In this new letter citing security concerns, noting that due to the shutdown, the Department of Homeland Security and Secret Service have been hamstrung by furloughs.
You can make it from the Oval Office if you want.
Pelosi's deputy more definitive.
So the State of the Union is off.
The State of the Union is off.
Steny Hoyer's aides later insisting he misspoke. The White House tonight not responding, but Homeland Security Secretary Kirstjen Nielsen challenged Pelosi's claim, tweeting, DHS and the Secret Service are fully prepared to support and secure the State of the Union, even though agents and DHS staff aren't presently being paid. The White House now acknowledges the shutdown that's dragged into its fourth week is taking a much bigger toll on the economy than first estimated. The Trump administration, anxious to avoid alienating the president's base, is looking to help hard-hit farmers, temporarily reopening some USDA offices to clear the backlog of farmers waiting for federal payments and loans. Peter Alexander, NBC News, the White House.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.